Most people go through life without ever truly understanding who they are. They wake up, follow routines, go to work, meet expectations, and chase goals set by society. But they never pause to ask, who am I and why am I here? This lack of self-awareness is one of the biggest reasons why people feel lost, frustrated, and unfulfilled. Because without knowing yourself, you cannot truly work on yourself. And self-discovery is the foundation of personal growth. It is impossible to build a strong, successful, and meaningful life without first understanding what you carry within. You are not just another person going through life. You are unique with a distinct purpose, set of strengths, and natural abilities. However, most people never take the time to explore these aspects of themselves. They wait for society to shape them, so they can drop into roles that proclaim them. They live according to what they were told, shaped by their upbringing, their environment, and the expectations of others. But true transformation begins the moment you decide to break free from external influences and embark on the journey of discovering your real self. Self-discovery requires deep introspection. It is about asking hard questions. What am I truly passionate about? What excites me? What drains me? What are my natural talents? What challenges keep appearing in my life, and what do they teach me? These questions open the door to self-awareness, helping you understand the raw material you have been given to shape your destiny. When you understand yourself, you can begin to align your actions, choices, and habits with who you truly are. One of the most powerful things about self-discovery is that it frees you from comparison. When you truly know yourself, you stop trying to be like everyone else. You no longer measure your worth by someone else's success. You no longer seek validation from people who don't even understand your journey. Instead, you begin to operate from a place of confidence and purpose, knowing that you're walking a path designed specifically for you. The world does not need another copy, it needs an original. And the only way to be original is to fully embrace who you are. If you want to work on yourself, start by discovering yourself. Because once you do, you will unlock a level of clarity, direction, and power that will change everything. Your life is a reflection of your mindset. Everything you have or lack today is a direct result of the way you think. If your mind is filled with limitations, doubts, and fears, your life will reflect that. But if you train your mind to see possibilities, embrace challenges, and believe in growth, everything around you will begin to change. The key to working on yourself is not just in changing your habits or routines. It starts with changing your thoughts. Many people remain stuck in life not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they are trapped in a mindset that tells them, I can't. It's too hard, I'm not good enough, or this is just the way things are. These beliefs become mental cages, keeping them from reaching their true potential. But here's the truth. You are not limited by your circumstances, you are limited by your mindset. The moment you start seeing yourself differently, your entire reality begins to shift. One of the biggest differences between successful and unsuccessful people is the way they think. Successful people do not see failure as the end, but as feedback. They do not see obstacles as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow. They do not let setbacks define them. They use them as lessons to refine their approach. This kind of thinking is what separates those who rise from those who remain stagnant. Developing a growth mindset means training yourself to see every challenge as an opportunity. It means replacing negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. Instead of saying, I'm not smart enough to do this, you say, I can learn whatever I need to succeed. Instead of saying, I've never done this before, so I can't, you say, this is new, but I am capable of figuring it out. The words you speak to yourself shape your reality more than anything else. Rewiring your mindset is not easy, but it is necessary. It requires daily discipline, feeding your mind with the right information, surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, and challenging every limiting belief that tries to hold you back. Once you shift your mindset, you will realize that the only real barriers in life are the ones you allow to exist in your mind. When your thinking changes, your life follows. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the unseen force that separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream about it. No matter how talented or intelligent you are, without discipline, your potential remains untapped. Working on yourself is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. And the only way to sustain that process is through daily habits that move you forward. Many people wait for motivation to take action, but motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. The real key to self-improvement is consistency, and consistency is built through discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It is waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It is reading when you'd rather scroll through social media. It is exercising when you'd rather sit on the couch. It is the small daily choices you make determine the direction of your life. Your habits define your future. Every successful person you admire didn't get there by accident. They built routines that shaped their success. A musician doesn't master their craft by playing once in a while. They practice every day. An athlete doesn't become a champion by training only when they feel inspired. They train even when it's hard. The same principle applies to every area of life. If you want to grow mentally, you must feed your mind daily. If you want to be physically strong, you must exercise regularly. If you want to develop skills, you must practice consistently. There is no shortcut. Discipline is the price of progress. The greatest challenge is overcoming the resistance that tries to hold you back. Your mind will always look for excuses, telling you that you can start tomorrow or that skipping one day won't matter. But every time you give in to these excuses, you reinforce a habit of inconsistency. The truth is, success is not built in a single day, but in the accumulation of small efforts made consistently over time. The person who shows up every day, even with small steps, will always surpass the person who waits for the perfect moment. If you want to change your life, start by mastering your daily habits. Be intentional with your time. Develop routines that align with your goals. Push yourself beyond comfort. The disciplined person may not always feel motivated, but they always progress. And in the end, progress is what separates those who grow from those who remain the same. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Unlike money, which can be earned back, or opportunities which may come again, time is something you can never recover once it's gone. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stagnant is not intelligence or luck. It is how they use their time. Every second, minute, and hour you waste is a part of your life that you will never get back. If you truly want to work on yourself, the first thing you must master is how to make time work for you instead of against you. Many people live their lives reacting to circumstances rather than being intentional with their time. They wake up without a plan, spend hours on distractions, engage in meaningless conversations, and then wonder why they feel unfulfilled. The truth is, your future is being shaped by what you do with your time today. If you spend your days mindlessly scrolling through social media, gossiping, or procrastinating, you are trading your potential for temporary entertainment. If you want to grow, you must be willing to cut out the things that do not serve your purpose. One of the biggest reasons people fail to reach their goals is because they say they don't have time. But the reality is, everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is in how those hours are used. Successful people prioritize learning, discipline, and self-improvement. They understand that every hour spent working on themselves is an investment in their future. Instead of watching television for hours, they read. Instead of wasting time on distractions, they focus on skills that bring them closer to their goals. Instead of letting time control them, they take control of their time. To work on yourself, you must be intentional with your time. Wake up with a plan. Set clear priorities. Eliminate distractions. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth instead of those who waste time. Use every day to build yourself into a better version of who you were yesterday. The more disciplined you become with time, the more control you will have over your future. At the end of the day, the question is simple. Are you using time, or is using you? The answer to that question will determine the quality of your life. Fear and self-doubt are the greatest barriers to personal growth. They whisper in your mind telling you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, that others will judge you, and that you should stay where it's safe. These invisible forces keep people trapped in mediocrity, preventing them from stepping into their full potential. If you want to work on yourself, You must learn how to conquer these enemies, because nothing great has ever been achieved by those who let fear control them. The truth is, fear is not real. It is an illusion created by your mind. Most of the things you worry about will never happen, yet they paralyze you from taking action. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of embarrassment. These are all mental chains that hold you back from growth. But here's something powerful to remember. Fear only has power when you give in to it. The moment you face your fears, they begin to lose their grip on you. Every great person you admire has felt fear, but they succeeded because they moved forward despite it. Self-doubt is another silent killer of progress. It convinces you that you're not smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough to achieve your goals. But doubt is simply a reflection of the stories you've been telling yourself. If you constantly think, "I can't do this," your actions will align with that belief. But if you shift your thoughts to, "I may not know how yet, but I can learn," everything changes. The way you speak to yourself determines your confidence, and confidence is the fuel for growth. The only way to truly overcome fear and doubt is through action. The longer you wait, the stronger fear becomes. The more you hesitate, the more doubt grows. But when you take action, even small steps, you start proving to yourself that you are capable. Speak even when your voice shakes. Take the first step even when you feel unprepared. Do the thing that scares you, and you will realize that fear was never as powerful as you thought. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite fear. Growth begins at the edge of your comfort zone. If you want to work on yourself, you must be willing to challenge the doubts and fears that try to hold you back. The moment you do, you will discover a strength within you that was always there, waiting to be unleashed. The people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your mindset, habits, and growth. Whether you realize it or not, the individuals you spend the most time with shape your thoughts, influence your decisions, and either push you forward or hold you back. If you truly want to work on yourself, you must carefully evaluate and choose the right environment. Because no matter how strong you are, the wrong people will eventually weaken you, while the right people will elevate you. Many people struggle to grow because they are surrounded by negativity. They spend time with those who complain, doubt, and discourage progress. These people project their own fears and limitations onto others, making it difficult to believe in possibilities. If your circle consists of those who make excuses instead of finding solutions, who criticize ambition instead of supporting it, and who remain stuck instead of striving for more, their mindset will slowly become yours. You cannot expect to rise while constantly being pulled down. At the same time, the right environment can be a powerful catalyst for transformation. When you surround yourself with people who are driven, disciplined, and focused, their energy and habits influence you. Being in the company of those who challenge themselves forces you to elevate your own standards. When you are around individuals who speak positively, believe in growth, and push past obstacles, you naturally adopt the same mindset. Growth happens faster when you are in an environment that supports it. Choosing the right people does not mean finding perfect individuals. It means seeking those who align with your vision and values. Look for mentors who have walked the path you aspire to take. Connect with peers who inspire and challenge you. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy and hold you back. This is not about arrogance. It is about protecting your future. The greatest investment you can make is in your surroundings because they determine how far you go. Working on yourself is not just an internal process. It is also about creating the right external conditions. When you intentionally build a circle that encourages growth, learning, and discipline, you position yourself for success. You don't have to do it alone, but you must choose wisely who walks the journey with you. The right environment does not just support your growth, it accelerates.